take a couple minutes.
And just like that, we have a fire, and we have to do that just about every single day that it's really cold out. And it's a lot cheaper than your like typical heating solutions, but it is definitely a lot more work. She's out of gas. Let's go get gas. There's something in this. I don't know what it is. It smells like gas, but it sounds like ice. So we had to go get a new gas can and fill it up a little bit because, as you guys saw earlier, she is out of gas. Let's get in here and I hope she starts. Cross your fingers. Come on, you stupid blazer. And now she's fucking dead. Quick update, she will not start for anything. We put 2 of these completely full in her, and she's still not wanting to start. I have no idea. She was running just fine yesterday when I parked her. I'm so over this blazer. I could have just as easily just like hid the leak and sold it as is, and no one would have been the wiser. But since I'm an honest person, I have completely assumed all the responsibility for repairing this vehicle before I sell it. And just for some turd, basically, probably some turd to come up here and kick the tires on it and be like, oh, well, this is and this is and this is wrong. Dude, you have no idea how bad I could have screwed you over. Future person who ever buys this car. But now I have no idea why it's not starting. We put gas in it. I'm just gonna flip the timing around on it and see what happens. And then we got the spark plugs for it. We're going to put some AC Delcos in her right here. We're going to throw those in her after we get her freaking started. And then we'll see what happens. I'll update you guys when something new happens. Maybe this freaking dumb thing starts. Who knows? We have a screwdriver in cylinder number 1. We have the cap off. It's another day here at DaytonRacingCo, and the weekend's over. It is Monday, sometime in the afternoon. I just got off work and I headed straight here because we have to get this blazer running. I've been thinking about it all weekend, man, and there's really only a couple things that I think it could be, and it's the timing. There could be like a vacuum leak, and I think there's a couple places where that could be. One, around where that sealant was laid, that gasket sealant, and 2, where the fuel lines feed down into the spider injector. The reason I think those 2 things is because when I applied the gasket sealant maker, I put the engine back together and then I started it right up, and you're supposed to wait 24 hours before you start the vehicle, so that way you give that gasket maker plenty of time to cure and harden up, and I did not do that. And I think that the fuel lines is a possibility, because when I removed them, I just grabbed them and pulled them out of the way because they were just like aluminum. So when I reinstalled them back into the spider ejector, I noticed that they weren't seating all the way because they were bent up. So what I'm going to do is bend them down. I'm going to find a way to like make them stay down so that way there isn't any chance of like of air or like a vacuum leak or air leak into the fuel system. And so I'm going to do that first because it's right on top, and then I'm going to match up the harmonic balancer notches with the timing indicators with the notches on the block, and then I'm gonna make sure it's at top dead center when that happens. And if it doesn't happen, that tells me that either the pulley spun or something happened with the timing chain. And yeah, so once that harmonic balancer is lined up with those notches and that cylinder 1 is at top dead center, then I should know that the engine is set at true top dead, or at true position or whatever, and then I can set the what's that called? The rotor. The distributor to that, and then we should be in time. I might have to adjust or advance or retard the timing a little bit on the rotor, but we should be good to go. So I got the cap off the distributor, and I got it undone so I can pick it up now. I'm not worried about the timing because it's already fucked. So now all I gotta do is get the number 1 cylinder top dead center, and then line up my marks, which I have yet to find, and I'm hoping I don't have to take off this horrible freaking fan, because I'm not going to. I just won't. I'll find something else or some other way to do it if I can. This absolutely sucks. I really wasn't planning on having to do all this freaking crap to this Blazer. It ran perfectly fine. Perfectly. The only thing it needed was door hinges and a bumper skirt, or like the side of a bumper. And now it's all fucked up. I can't believe it. It's so discouraging. I don't want to give up on it because I'm like really far into it now. I have lots of money involved in time into this fucking car. All I want to do is I want to get the goddamn thing running. And then after I get it running, I'm probably gonna actually fix the fucking hinges now, because like, why not? I'm so far. I mean, the hinges is what's gonna keep me from making any money, so I might as well get those fixed, so that way the doors work just fine, and there'll literally be nothing wrong with this fucking car, and no one will be able to come and kick tires on it and be like, oh, this and that and blah blah blah. I just gotta get back to work. Stop whining like a little bitch. It feels good to whine like a bitch sometimes, though. But whine's over. Gotta get back to work. So I just got done hooking up the battery and the throttle body and all that, and plugging it all in and making sure everything was plugged in and ready to go. So let's see if we can get it to turn all the way over and start, and let's hope that it starts. If it starts, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the plugs in and get everything tightened down, and it should be good. I got everything. I know it's at top dead center now for a fact. The piston was all the way at the top. The harmonic balancer lined up with its notches. The distributor cap was pointing in the right direction per the internet. Everything is plugged in. Actually, no, wait, no, it's not. I got a vacuum on. I got to plug in. Fucking finally! She seems like she's doing good. I don't want to jinx it, but damn, man. Last time she was doing this good, I drove her around the block. I parked her, came back to her the next day. She was fucking dead. Sounds like she's doing good. She's not dipping in RPM. When I was sitting in there, she was idling at a bow, which is a little high, but that'll probably go down once she warms up and stuff. But I'm gonna throw the spark plugs in. Shout out to O'Reilly's down the street, and let's get this thing done. Let's get it done and running good. Finally. It started raining out there, so now I'm gonna pull the Blazer in a little bit. I don't want to pull it in all the way because it's been rained on, but I'm gonna pull it in a little bit so that way I can finish up the plugs and stuff in the shop. Just that little time it was on, the exhaust got super hot, so I gotta wait for it to cool down too. But once that's cooled down, and I'm gonna throw those plugs in so fast. Hopefully it goes easy and it's not a pain in the ass like the rest of this fucking Blazer's been, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Cross your fingers, guys. Fucking wish me luck. So, of course, we had a minor setback. I got all of the plugs switched out. It took me a little minute to figure out that I had to go through the wheel hub or the wheel well, but they're all done now. The only thing is, I ended up ripping one of the spark plug wires apart, and over here on the passenger side, it's just one of them, but I'm not risking it. I don't want to start the car. That's why you saw me push it up here. I don't know. I don't think they let you buy single plug wires. So what I'm going to end up doing probably is going to a junkyard and grabbing just one wire, just one spark plug wire off of a Blazer for this Blazer. I have to go to a junkyard tomorrow. I might go today if I have time, but it's like 6 something right now, so I highly doubt that I'll be able to make it in time if they're even still open like right now. But I'll go tomorrow after I get off work, if I go to work tonight, and I gotta grab some stuff for my daily. I bought a 2003 Honda EX. It's the 2-door coupe. It's automatic, and it has 227,000 miles on it. Now that does seem a little high, but it's a Honda and I'm not afraid of the mileage at all. The interior is very well kept. The only piece of the interior that I'm going to switch out is the center console armrest, and those always go out anyway, so I've been looking on eBay and I found one for, I think it was 25 bucks with free shipping. But I'll see if I can't scout one at the junkyard, the pick and pull tomorrow. And if I do, I'll just grab it. I also have to get a headlight housing unit for that for my daily, and I need to get a battery as well. So while I'm at LKQ pulling those parts, I'll just go ahead and grab me a wire for this. And hopefully, cross your fingers, this thing will fucking start tomorrow. It won't pull a fucking suicide Houdini something and just decide that it doesn't want to run anymore. So that's it for the reason I have a daily now. I wanted to put it off for a little bit more, but I just I changed my mind. I want to do it now. So I got a daily because I plan on turboing my 98 EX, the green one that I showed you, and I already ordered the turbo kit and it's in the mail right now as we speak, and so isn't my fuel pump. I went ahead and got a Musa turbo kit from eBay, the eBay motor, what does that stand for? eBay Motors USA or something like that. I got that kit. It has the T3 T5 flange, or T3 T4 flange on the turbo. It's a 50 intake inlet and a 63 exhaust outlet. I'm not really sure exactly, I can't remember, but it came with the turbo, the lines for the coolant and the oil, and it has all the necessary gaskets, it says, and a blow-off valve, a wastegate, the return lines, the feed lines for the turbo. What else? It had some more stuff. The intercooler piping. It had couplers. It has the downpipe. It has a log manifold, and I don't think it came with a charge pipe. I'm still learning about all this stuff. I really honestly don't know much about it, so I'm gonna film it and put it on YouTube, and I'll grow, and maybe someone will see the footage and they'll grow too. And I don't know, I think it'll be fun, but I plan on starting the build hopefully by the middle of spring. The sooner the better. It all depends on how long it takes for me to gather all the parts that I need. So the kit came with a lot of stuff, but from what I hear, a lot of it you don't even need. So the other things that I definitely want to get is the fuel pump, which I already bought, and it's in the mail. It's the Kimso 350 LPH. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do for my engine management system. I need to do OBD2 to OBD1 conversion harness, and then maybe I'll pick up a chip P28, or I don't know. I still don't know if I even need a conversion harness for P28, or if I can just chip the ECU that comes stock in my Civic as is, or what. I'm still researching that. I don't know what I'm going to do for the engine management system, but I know I definitely am getting bigger fuel injectors. I'm going to pick up the 255, or the 2200 cc, what are those called? The 2200 Bosch, I think maybe is what they are. I have a parts list. I'm not sure if I wrote that down or not, but they're going to be I think it's the 2200 Bosch, and I think those run around $250, $300 on eBay. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but so it'll be the fuel injectors, my fuel pump. I'm gonna pick up a wideband, obviously my boost gauge and my AFR gauge, and what else is there? Surge pipe if I have to have it. I know that if you run an intercooler, you don't necessarily have to have that, from what I understand. I'm not really sure what else there is to the turbo aspect of the build, but that's just gonna be the main focus for right now, is getting the turbo on the car correctly and getting it tuned to be reliable. And then for the most part right now, it's just the turbo and getting it running and tuned. That's like what I'm focusing on now. That's all the research I'm doing right now, all the reading I'm doing. That's all focused on that task, and of course doing this stuff and keeping this stuff going. But hopefully you guys will enjoy the footage, and we can grow the channel into something. So if you like the content, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you have any input, or if you have any comments or anything, put them down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.